there, Postal here. So today we're taking out... Well, we're taking out the LaGG-3 34. And unlike our review of the HS-129A, this is a plane that is clearly not the best at its tier. And yet I still have a lot of fun in it. So let's explain. On paper, it's basically a slightly worse version of the Yaas-3. There's definitely some perks to it. The gun goes just a little bit slightly further. However, you've only got that plus a 50 cal machine gun. So, whoops, I probably should have been first one in here. Can I knock out the gun? How this is considered a multi-role, I don't know. They made it a multi-role so the maneuverability would not be on par with fighters. That's probably it. That being said, it's got basically the maneuverability of a Yaas-3, so you've got that kind of chunky damage. Like if you're used to maybe that's why this one's so much fun, because you get the derp power. If you're used to things like, I don't know, Yak-9s, I think this is more like a Yak-9 than a Yaas-3 is. Because the cannon just takes so long to fire that you get that satisfaction when it hits and the frustration when it doesn't. But yeah, on paper, like I said, it's not quite as good as a Yaas-3. Plus, the Yaas-3 has air-to-ground capabilities. You've got 4 or 6 rockets, I forget. Oof, it's probably really dangerous for me, but we came out on top. Shoot on a stick. Alrighty, so let's get our boost on. We are a premium, so we do have engine cooling right out of the gate. So let's take advantage of that. Why are you not paying attention to me? That's okay. I shouldn't really be bitching. There we go. Let's get out of dodge here, shall we? Even doing chunk damage to the GAs. I love it. Maybe that's why I like this plane so much. It's not like my favorite at tier 5, but it's just a lot of fun. And maybe that's it. If the plane's not going to be good, by God, it better be fun, right? And, you know, this plane's at least fun. So, we got the old splitteroni here. Let's do some damage while we can. Get my pilot back in here. It's probably my 50 cal machine gun that's going to get the kill here. Oop, did I just use my pneumatic control assist? Yes, I did. Knocked out his wing, so that's probably going to be good for us. Knocked out his engine as well. That's definitely going to be good for us. Ah, excelente. So let's get a move on here. In fact, this is the first time I've played the LaGG-3 34 in a very long time. Very, very long time, actually, before specialization, because I had to add equipment to it and everything. Which just because there's so many good planes at tier 5, it is kind of hard to justify playing this particular one. But I mean, come on, look at this thing. It's fun. That's all I want, is I want a fun plane. Okay, if you're not good, that's fine, but at least be fun. And so yeah, you want to play this, I mean, just play it like you play a Yaas-3, to be honest, or even more appropriately, a Yak-9. There's no, you know, no air-to-ground ordnance, and the gun does not really do air-to-ground damage very well at all. So it should be kind of a going against tents kind of thing. I mean, we saw just how poorly it went against the AA here. Can I get this guy before he gets me? Nope. Not able to, unfortunately. But, so we'll push along to their... Do we push to their command center, or we go to... I mean, garrison, or do we go to our garrison? I think we're actually going to go to our garrison. I'm not sure. Do we go here? By the time I get there, they'll have captured it, and we can try to quick cap it back. If I go here and there's just a Yak 1 that can clearly outmaneuver me, then it's probably going to be just frustrating. So let's go this way. And let's get a move on. Oh, that Yak 1 did eventually die. That's nice. Well, then is now the time to go over there? No, I'm already committed. Plane isn't very fast. But you shouldn't expect that from your low-tier Soviet planes anyway. If you are expecting that from your low-tier Soviet planes, then I don't know what planet you live on. Yep, I'm not even going to get distracted by that dude. XP 44, we can get distracted by him because he could conceivably come back to haunt us. Here we go. Let's head on back here. It looks like we might eventually get the military base knocked out here really quick. But if we can get... No, we did. Excellent. My accuracy... That's my aiming, not my accuracy. I should reiterate that. That had nothing to do with my cannon there. That had everything to do with my ability to aim said cannon. I don't like that. This I like better, yes. Come on, we can get air supremacy here, maybe. We cannot support you any longer. The storm is... heavy fighters inbound. Let's not get knocked out by heavy fighters. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. We did get it. Excellent. Not thanks to us killing anything, but our something happened over here. There's no ground attacker there. I don't know. I don't know. Nope, the game's over. Game's over. But this shows you exactly what this plane is and what it isn't. It's not fast. It's very maneuverable for a multi-role, but it's not, you know, Yak 1 maneuverable. Let's head on back. Alright, so nothing crazy over the top with the LaGG-3 34. It's a plane. We're going to compare it to the other multi-roles at this tier really quick. And I'm going to tell you right now that if it was like for sale, there's actually a better Soviet tier 5 premium multi-role that you'd want. But we'll look at that in just a second. It's not for sale. Well, it is for sale, but you can win this plane. So go out and win it because it's still a good plane. It's still a hell of a lot of fun, right? And that's just what... If I'm going to fly a plane, please at least let it be fun. So we were able to get top dog on the team here. The key was to pay attention and say, well, we don't need to fight this guy who can clearly outmaneuver us. LaGG-3 34 is very maneuverable for a multi-role, but it's not, you know, it's not god tier maneuverability. It's really all about getting this gun on target. And, you know, the great thing about a premium plane is you can put in a pilot that has things like Marksman 2. I've got my I-215 pilot, which is pretty appropriate because the I-215 plays similarly as far as the guns are concerned. And so having a pilot that's got that Marksman 2 and just able to get the accuracy down as far as you can, I think is really important with this plane. As far as the upgrades are concerned, not the upgrades, excuse me. As far as the setup is concerned, because it is a premium, I've already got the engine cooling on here, which is very nice. It is Soviet low tier plane, it's not very fast. And so having that additional speed burst every once in a while is definitely a good thing. I've also put pneumatic control assist to get me into or out of trouble when I need to. And then I put the first aid package on here simply to make sure that I can get my gun on target. If I can kill the planes that are attacking me, then I don't need to worry about being set on fire. That's my mentality. You know, your approach may be different, so you may put fire extinguisher on here, and so be it. As far as my cockpit equipment is concerned, again, you want the accuracy. I've put improved collimator sight on here, and you know that I'm not going to beat a dead horse. You guys understand what I'm talking about, right? I've gone ahead and put lightweight wing frame on here. Now the airspeed on this plane is not very good, and so putting something like an aircraft polished skin on here and helping the aircraft speed. Oh man, I've got a bunch in the depot for tier 5. Holy flipping crap, I need to get on this. Yeah, the cruise speed might be increased by, let's say, 6.5%. But if your cruise speed sucks, 6.5% of sucks isn't going to be very helpful, right? So I went with the aircraft maneuverability. I've got 6.5% on roll maneuverability, and my roll maneuverability is pretty good. My maneuverability in turns is only plus 1.6%, but again, plus 1.6% of a good maneuverability is going to be more helpful. And this is just improved. This isn't even ultimate that I was comparing the overall impact to. I was using ultimate equipment when I was looking at the polished skin. So it's having the best equipment that you could have on it compared to the mediocrest equipment that you could have for maneuverability. Anyway, so I go all in for maneuverability. Again, just trying to get the guns on target as quickly as possible, and that maneuverability helps with that. Last but not least, I've gone with long gun barrels. So we're adding to the firing range, and even more importantly, we're not taking away from the accuracy of the forward firing gun. In fact, the bonus on this is adding an additional 5% accuracy. It is taking away from the quote-unquote burst length, but keep in mind, your burst length of a 37mm cannon at tier 5 is minimal at best anyway. And the burst length of a 50 caliber machine gun is close to infinite. So taking away from close to infinite isn't really going to be a big deal. Taking away from barely being able to shoot anyway isn't really a big deal, right? So in my opinion, the long gun barrel is the best way to go, just because you're able to start hitting those targets really far off, as you saw me do in this particular battle. So quick recap of this, if this is all you want to see, is what is the plane that I'm trying to get, this Lavochkin LaGG-3 Series 34. This is the plane that you'll be getting. Capture 350 sectors in any number of battles if you're in your tier 5 or above plane. You're good. And so that's the end of that. This is the plane that you would win, and I think it's fun. And yeah, good times, right? Now, if you want to go a little bit deeper, if you're looking at this video after the November 2021 trials is over, and you just wanted to say, hey, what the hell is a LaGG-3 34? Is it worth my dime? Yes and no. Truth be told, if you're looking for a tier 5 premium Soviet multi-role fighter, this would not be the plane I would recommend. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Let's not take away from that. 37mm cannon, super snipe. A lot of fun, your derpiness. But it's fun plane. It's not necessarily a carry plane or even a great plane. It's a good plane, but it's not a great plane. The P-40M-105, though. This is a very undersold plane. Very underappreciated. Maybe not appreciated, but noticed? Unseen? I don't even know what word choice I'm trying to go for here. But the P-40M-105. What is this plane? The funny thing about a P-40M-105 is it's a P-40, duh, with rockets, and the only thing that's really taken away from the P-40-ness of it is its altitude performance. So you compare it to a LaGG-3 34, and It has better airspeed, technically better survivability. You've got the bombs and rockets that you always want, and the guns are technically the same firepower, same altitude performance, and the maneuverability is on par. Keep in mind, I've actually built my P40 for speed, and its maneuverability is still on par with a LaGG-3, which is a maneuverable Tier 5 multi-role. The reason this still seems so maneuverable is because it's technically a fighter. Let's go ahead and let's take this one step further here. Let's compare it directly to P40. And so if you're comparing it directly to a P40, it is the same guns. It is the same survivability. It is technically the same airspeed, basically. You've got the exact same maneuverability. Mine's less because it's taken away with the polished skin. Technically, the airspeed's less because you've got rockets on this, and so that's going to take away from your overall airspeed. But for all intents and purposes, this P40 M105 premium multi-role fighter is just a P40 with worse altitude performance. And so yeah, P40 might not be the most loved or well-respected Tier 5 plane fighter in World of Warplanes. But if you take this airframe and tell you that it's a multi-role fighter instead, with a different engine, but it's same characteristics for a multi-role, are actually really, really good. And you've got the 4 rockets, which aren't super strong. Do 2,000 damage, 1,800 technically. But it's something. And every once in a while, I'm sure you've gotten into battles where you're in a fighter and you're like, why won't they just kill those things on the ground? Kill that, that anti-aircraft, and we'll flip to this sector. Kill this one hard ground target and we'd be done. And your bots don't do it. Having 4 rockets can go a long way. So I would gladly sacrifice my altitude performance in the P40 to get the 4 rockets and be able to do some ground damage from time to time. So that being said, if you're just looking to go out and buy yourself a Tier 5 premium multi-role fighter, be wary of the LaGG-334. Again, it's a fun plane. I think it's even a good plane, or it can be a good plane. But if you're looking for a more competitive multi-role, a premium multi-role, the P40 M105, especially if you're looking for a Soviet multi-role fighter, is going to be my recommendation at the end of the day. Not to say the LaGG-334 is a bad plane. I just think the P40 M105 is a better all-around plane. So I hope this was helpful. It gives you a little heads up of what you're going to be winning. Again, you're going to have fun with it if you like derpy planes. If you don't like derpy planes, you're going to hate the LaGG-334. So just know what you're getting yourself into. But it's not overly difficult to capture 350 sectors in a 30-day time frame. So go ahead and get yourself on it. And like I said, I'm sure you'll enjoy yourself. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a great day. Bye.